Dylan is joining us online, so we'll need, and it's being recorded, so we will need to have Benny also asked that it be recorded for his purpose, so he didn't have to drive over here for the new era. So we will have to use our mics. And I think everybody has batteries. I think.
Yes.
Okay.
I have batteries.
Mine took
Yeah,
a while to turn on,
batteries.
so. And Dylan, you're not muted or anything, so whenever you want to talk, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, can you guys hear me fine and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Sorry, my fence is getting, like, they're doing a quote for my fence, so yeah, I don't know why I had to do it this way, but I hate doing it through the computer.
It's at least a nice day for them to be out there working.
That's true.
Oh, he's.
Whichever clock you'd like, you're in charge.
The clock in front of me says it's 4:30, so I will call this meeting to order and mention that Dylan Richards, the representative from the city council, is with us online. So Dylan, this is your first meeting with us. We welcome you. And I think we have everyone here except our student reps. So can do our minutes.
I'd make a motion to go ahead and approve the minutes of January 12th, 2023.
Okay, do we have a second?
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the approval of. Favor?
Aye.
Do we have to? Do you have to hold this thing to keep it on?
You can just leave it on. It should be a short meeting. Make it green.
Oh, I was looking at this. Oh, sorry. We don't do this all the time, Dylan. Forgive me.
Don't feel bad. It never works for me either.
Okay, we'll move right along to the report of the librarian.
So a lot of these things are all tied together as always. So I spoke with the school district about library cards for all their students. And we're going to be moving forward with that project in conjunction with designing new library cards. Which I will actually talk about a little bit more when we get to fully into the new business after the report. I handed out flyers today because I just made them about an hour ago. So you have those to look over if you have any suggestions. So I'm going to get into the collection updates. Thanks to passage of our budget from City Council, our spending freeze was lifted. So we've resumed our normal level of purchasing books, media, and other supplies. We've also been able to purchase some things that we will then be reimbursed for from the Friends of the Library. We're working on adding a seed library. We should have that going in the next few weeks. We have a flyer for that one as well. So what a seed lending library is we get donations of seeds for flowers, vegetables, fruits, anything like that. And then we basically pare them down into smaller quantities, and then people kind of check them out. They can bring back seeds at the end of the season if they want. They can donate seeds like, whenever I get a packet of seeds, I never use the whole thing. So they can donate seeds like that they just don't use, anything like that. This is a step towards, I know some of the council members were interested in a community garden. So this is kind of a little step towards that of helping everyone start a little garden in their backyard, front yard, wherever. The fund we've purchased 500 packs of seeds for $40 from a Grange in, can't remember where exactly the Grange is, very tiny Grange, it's their fundraiser. But that was paid for by the Friends of the Library. So that's our seed for starting our seed library. And then next week, I'm going to put out the flyer that you have in front of you, just kind of as a promotion for that we're doing this, and also as a request for more seeds from the community. We're adding passes to Oregon Gardens and the Gilbert House. Those are also funded by the Friends of the Library. These passes will check out and basically give admission for a family of 4, I believe, to either Oregon Garden or Gilbert House. And then we also have passes for the Museum of Natural and Cultural History at U of O campus.
So Megan, where is the seed library going to be kept in?
It's going to be, we just have a little cart for it. It's just going to be in our lobby area. Because it's pretty much not manned by a person. So once we get it set up, it's pretty self-sufficient. Lebanon has one as well, and they use a little like kitchen cart for theirs. And they said that for them, that's been enough space. So I'm like, that's perfect. That's all the space we have.
Yeah.
Any other questions about our collections?
I guess I would like a little more clarification on the passes. How do you go about getting those? And, are there regulations on how you do it?
It all depends. Like for the Museum of Natural and Cultural History, they just donated a pass to us that allows a certain number of people in, check it out for a week, and then go at your leisure during that time, and then return it. It's kind of like a DVD, checks out for a week. The Oregon Gardens and the Gilbert House are giving us a very discounted rate, or they're giving the Friends a very discounted rate to purchase a pass that will cover a family visiting. So people will check that out for a week and then return it when they're done.
How is all the funding made for the Friends of the Library? Is it just from the sale of books over there?
So the Friends of the Library funding comes from, some people do donations to them, like cash donations. Very small percentage of their money comes from that. Most of it is coming from purchases from within their building. They do some crafts, like during the holidays, they have a holiday bazaar. The purchasing of books and magazines and DVDs and VHS. Some of those are ones that we no longer have in our library for whatever purpose, but most of them are donated by the community. And then they were, or until the end of this month, they were set up as an Amazon Smile nonprofit, but Amazon is ending that program at the end of the month. That was bringing in about $1,000 a year for them. But they're thinking of other ways, but they do have really good funding right now. They did increase the amount that they're giving us, almost double for this year, because they've had such good turnout to their bookstore this year.
Well, I certainly appreciate the donations that they have continued to make, and wish them luck in continuing that. It's certainly a big item for the library.
Yeah, it helps with all of our programming and then little fun stuff like this. building fund issues. So every month we have the city employees, we have a safety committee, and they go through each of the buildings in the city. And have a checklist of things to look at. It's always different people, so they always point out different things that are going wrong. So we have a bunch of minor little things that need some fixing at the library. So those are going to be taken care of hopefully by next week. They were trimming the trees in the parking lot across from us this morning, so all the roads were blocked off, so they didn't have a chance to come. It's just like pressure washing outside, fixing some of the gutters, and a few other little minor things, nothing big. We did designate all 3 of our bathrooms as gender neutral. This is mostly helpful for right after story time. They're all single stall bathrooms anyway, but we were finding that there was a line of kids after story time jumping up and down, waiting for either the boys' bathroom or the girls' bathroom, and having both of them available makes it go twice as fast. Changes in the building. More purchases from the Friends of the Library. We added a bench near our new book section. We had 2 chairs there that we had added last year. Those are just being relocated elsewhere in the building. We have a bench there. That was kind of a request from patrons that were coming in and wanting to either spread out their stuff a little bit more, or just having a space to sit, with a kid or 2 kids, and right there. Chairs were great, and we still have them. Now we made a little reading space for newspapers. I just fixed that this morning, actually after lunch today. In the window area where we had the newspapers, now there's a chair there. So our one very avid newspaper reader will have a great lit spot in the sunshine to read his papers, and he's actually very happy about it. So more seating, more soft seating, it's always good. We ordered some new tables for the teen room. This is a different grant that we got that's supposed to be targeted at teens and doing stuff to get them to be more interactive with the library. Those will arrive in 8 to 16 weeks, whenever they feel like shipping them. Some of the other ones I was looking at were taking 6 months, so 8 weeks sounds like it might be good. The mural in the teen room, Cass has started back up on that. She was actually just showed up as I was leaving to come over here for this meeting. She decided to change the color of sky, and so she had gotten some more paint for that, and was repainting the little bit of blue that she had done. So she'll just be working on it a little bit at a time, and there's absolutely no pressure on her. Whatever she gets done, it'll be great for her art portfolio, and it'll look great in the building. Yeah.
Who pays for her paint? Are we paying for that? Or
She refuses to take any payment for it right now.
Really? Oh.
So when she's closer to finish, the Friends of the Library will be getting her a gift card for
Oh,
somewhere.
perfect. Okay, thank you.
I've tried repeatedly to buy paint for her, and she keeps denying it. So we'll get her, the Friends will get her a gift card. For programming, passive and in person, we have a couple Valentine's Day crafts going on right now. We've already given away over 50 take and make kits, making a little chocolate mouse, and lots of kids and adults are doing the in building craft one. And then we've added like a guessing jar for some new books. This is kind of in lieu of, we had the little free libraries around town, but they are need to be upgraded, and we don't have the money necessarily for that right now. So we're just doing some free book giveaways in the building, and we've had 40 or 50 people doing that every week. An adult one last week and was super excited, like almost screaming on the phone that she was so happy. And she's like, I have to call my son and tell him right now. So she was going to bring in a couple people with her to help her pick out a book, and she was just super excited. Like, okay. Our community read discussions are going to be February 28th at 6 p.m. or March 1st at 10 a.m. We're still giving out more copies of the book. If you haven't already gotten one of There by Tommy Orange, you're welcome to come pick one up. It's only like 300 pages, which is short compared to our last book that was almost 700 pages. So there's still plenty of time to read the book if you want to. Story time's going great every Thursday morning. Even with all the tree trimming and roads blocked off around the building this morning, we still had about 15 kids show up. And they had to actually, the parents had to actually really try to find a way to get to the building. Even like every half hour, it was like different road was blocked off. The teen game snack afternoons are still continuing. We're getting more teens to come in. This is also funded by grants, the same grant that is buying the tables, actually. It's just giving teens a safe place to hang out after school. It's been going fairly well. We put out some snacks and some board games, and that's pretty much the only staff interaction that we need to have. I mean, we'll still talk to them, obviously, but we're not directing what they're doing. They're just having a safe place to be right now. No new updates about a new building. So that is the end of my report.
I have a question.
Yep.
Are you ready to get to a report?
I think Matt said we could have one probably next month. But everything does look good. So more of me talking?
More of you talking.
Okay, statistics. Dylan doesn't get to see these till next week. This is always the same one that I put in the packet for city council. Since the weeks are off this week. So I've added a few little things. Now we can, I can get how many new patron cards were issued every month. So I'm adding that stat now. So last month we had 28 cards. This month we've had 74. So we're already off to a good start. Our volunteer hours are down slightly because our volunteer took a week vacation. She went off and had fun in Leavenworth, Washington. Are there any other questions about any of the statistics?
How many volunteers do we actually have on that, Megan?
We consistently have 4 volunteers, and then we have 4 others that drop in when they have time. So we have 4 that have kind of a set schedule, and then some others that are there a few hours a month as they can. Sometimes they have, practice or something else comes up. But one of them volunteers, she's there 6 to 7 hours a week. But that is all the statistics I have.
So do we have any unfinished business anyone needs to talk about? And
Just on these flyers that you gave us to look at.
That's the new business.
new business. It's okay. It's all righty, but it's new business now. You asked.
We can start new business.
So. Maybe when.
So for both of these, I'm going to actually officially announce them next week. One of the seed library I'm announcing on the 15th, and then the library card contest I'm going to announce on the 16th. So Thursday and Friday next week, I think, or Tuesday or Wednesday and Thursday, one of the two. Yeah. So that's the plan for that. You just get to see these ahead of time. So a little more about the library card contest. So the purpose of this is to really showcase Sweet Home. And then working with the school district and getting them, all their students and staff library cards we also wanted to have them a little more involved as well. So there are 2 different contests that are actually going to happen. This is what you have is just about the all ages one. So the school district, they're going to do an art-based contest. It'll be for any member of the school district, charter school students or homeschool students, basically anybody 18 and under. I suppose if you're still a senior and 18, you're also welcome to apply. I'm still trying to figure out the exact wording for that. These cards will then be issued to the students, and the school district will be paying for the printing of these cards, which ends up being 25 to 30 cents a card, which is not too bad at all. It's a lot less than they were even a couple years ago to get cards printed. So there'll be an art-based one, and they'll have to turn in a physical piece of art or something. So they'll be designing something that's on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, crayon, pen, watercolor, whatever. I don't care what medium they use. It'll be much bigger, like a piece of paper. It'll be much bigger than the actual card, obviously, because the card's going to be the same size. The sizing will then, we'll work with the company that's doing the cards, and they will adjust sizes for both the photograph and for the art. And then if we need to work with the artist that we select, then we will do that as well.
The judges.
We don't know yet. We haven't decided. I'll be looking for volunteers. We have until the end of March. I have not decided on any judges yet in case somebody does want to enter. If somebody decides, I love photography, I want to enter this contest instead of being a judge on it. Obviously, I think Kelsey and I will be judges, and then beyond that, probably somebody from City Council, and I'm not sure, somebody from the community, but we'll figure that out probably by mid-March at least, if not before then. So and Dylan, this is actually up on the library's website. There's a web page that has all this information if you want to look at that.
Okay, yeah, I was also gonna say, will you be in there tomorrow? Can I swing by?
Yep, we're open 12 to 4.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, but all those, I have this up on the website, and I'm adjusting it little bit by little bit every day. So if there's any changes you guys see that you want to make, just let me know. If some of this isn't clear in my brain, of course it's clear. So the one that we're going to, the photograph one, we thought it would be really cool to have a background image being a photograph for our card. It'll still have, Sweet Home Library and text on the front, and we'll work with the designer from the company to figure out exactly how that's going to go. And that might also depend on what photograph we decide to use and, which direction the photograph goes, up and down or side. They can be orientated either way. This card, the non-school district card, will also have a keychain card option, which is about 5 cents more a card. But as everyone just nodded and said yes. I think that's definitely something that would be useful for people, is having a keychain option for their card. And then also having something that does not look like it's the Bi-Mart card. Because right now, everyone has either a blue or green card, and their Bi-Mart card is green as well. And they're always next to each other in the wallet. Again, for this one, the only caveat is to be a resident of Sweet Home for this card. And then we're just accepting photographs, and they have to be emailed in. I was thinking about accepting via like a USB drive or something, but there's a lot of possibilities of viruses and stuff being transferred that way. So email is going to be the best. I don't have size on here. They want a larger size, but they'll take almost any size of photograph. And then they will adjust it to the card. So high resolution is better, but if it's a little bit lower resolution, like something from your phone would be fine. If it's something from like a 20-year-old digital camera, that might not be high enough resolution. I don't remember what resolution those had. And we're allowing 2 entries per person for that contest as well. And probably still have Kelsey and I, and then everyone else might be different, like a different council member or different community members to judge each of them. So any questions on that? And Adam took the beautiful picture that's on the one flyer of the dam, even though you can't quite see the dam in the picture.
The one that the New Era uses on the front page of their newspaper is a good one also. It has a logging truck right at the entry into the dam, which is a real good picture, I think.
And I'll take any picture that people come up with. If somebody really wants to have a picture of the Taco Bell and submit that, then I guess we'll do that. Prefer not to have commercial logos in it, but it's a pretty picture, you know, anything that represents Sweet Home is what we're going for. And the whole idea of this is, besides we need to get some new cards, and I'd like to update what we have, is just to showcase Sweet Home. There are a lot of other libraries around the country that are always asking for library cards from other libraries to showcase them in their library. Or schools are having contests of, you know, where can you get a library card from? And I think something that actually really showcases Sweet Home would be really awesome. Covered bridge, dam, water, logging trucks, it's all good.
Oh, I've got tons of logging pictures.
Yeah. It can be a historical, it could be new. I'm open for anything. And if you're not on the committee, you're welcome to submit something. So that's all I have.
I have a comment.
Yeah.
So it looks like the library catalog website page has been upgraded. It's clearly, I've used it recently. Everything's clear and it's visible. Some of the little the big buttons were very faded out. You want to say it's very nice using the new web page, whatever it is. Look at the catalog.
That's good. The consortium, we're having a meeting on Monday to go over some of the little quirks and updates from that upgrade. So I will give that feedback.
So that's a consortium.
Yeah, the consortium hosts our library catalog. Yeah.
But very nice that it's here now.
Yeah.
It's better.
There's some little changes on the staff side that are a little troublesome, but as long as it's got on the public side, we're happy.
All right. Does anyone else have anything they want to bring up? I would just like to make a comment that we still have no updates on the new building. It would be wonderful if we could see some movement on that issue. It isn't going away, I hope. And so anyway, just a comment.
Yeah, and we will be having a discussion with City Council whenever we get the City Council retreat scheduled. There's been a lot of scheduling conflicts, as I'm sure Dylan knows.
Oh, it's a disaster.
So that's part of the library's comments and presentation for this council retreat, and then we'll get direction from council and go from there.
Are they still looking at a prospective piece of ground?
We have many ideas, and I think part of it is we're going to be looking at council for a little bit more direction of if it has to be city-owned property, if it's something that we can purchase, if it's something that we can have donated, you know, we'll go from there. So if you have any land downtown that you would like to donate, I'll take it.
To donate?
It's a tax write-off.
Dream on.
Hey, if we don't have anything else, I want to give everyone an opportunity. Dylan, it was nice to have you with us today. Thank you. I hope to see you again.
Yes, I will definitely be there in person next time. I just wanted to apologize for the computer thing. It's kind of, yeah, it'd be a lot better if I was there, but meh.
Well, it's probably easier for us than for you, but we do appreciate you making the effort and we look forward to having you in person next time.
Thank you. And I also
And,
wanted to say
yes.
that I am very grateful for all that you guys do for the library, because I know it takes a lot of time and you don't get paid for it. So thank you all.
Oh, thank you.
We don't get paid?
No, no, Don, we don't get paid. That's why you haven't received a check.
Well, that explains it then.
Okay, if no one has anything else, this is an early one this time. 5 minutes till 5 and we will adjourn this meeting.
Have a
And
good
we'll
night.
see you next month.
Where's your admissions?
I work in admissions at university.
Oh, my daughter's down there as head of human resources.
Oh, I don't know. I've met many people in human resources. I started at UL in April. And so I was at OSU for a long time.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, you had good training then.
Yeah, good training. But yeah, I'm I'm in charge of running the processing of all the applications.
Oh. That could be an interesting job.
Definitely interested.